Welcome back to the Free Spirit Tarot. I am Poetry. You are here for another tag video. I'm going to leave the tag description down in the description box so that way you can know what it's about. This tag is from a string of different concepts put together. It started out with the mishmash May, which basically you throw anything you want into the video. It ended up being tag your a YouTuber type of tag where you can say these decks remind you of that. So that's what I'm going to do here. And it was kind of hard for me to do this reading because, or not this reading, but this video because there's a lot of tarot channels I watched that are no longer active. So I don't really subscribe to a lot of tarot readers. Majority of the people that I watch now, they share their thoughts on the tarot journey. They share their thoughts about different cards. And those are the ones I kind of connect with. But I do still have a few. I didn't think I was going to have any. I have a few. But I want to first start off with something a little different. This is about me. My name is Poetry. I am a tarot reader. I've been reading tarot for about 7 years. I also use other tools such as oracle cards, charms, numerology using Uno decks, Kipper, and I'm also learning Lenormand. So yeah, I kind of do a bunch of different divination tools here. Also, on this channel, you get a variety of things. I do paid card readings sometimes. I've done set your intention readings where we set our intention for the week. I do unboxings or reveals because some of these I've already owned for a long time. And right now I'm walking through a series where we're going through all 78 of the tarot cards and just looking at them with an intuitive eye to see exactly what I see and maybe can help you understand how me as intuitive reader reads cards. So I want to start off first though with me. I am a Gemini. Happy birthday, Antoinette. My birthday is June 3rd, so it's coming up to. So this deck, although not a tarot deck, is the deck that I find. Oh, this is really close. That I find. Oh, that's really, really close. Back that up some more. Okay, that fits me best. Being a Gemini, being that twin, people often say we have dual personalities, and I can admit I do sometimes. So the Carolyn Miss archetype cards I think suits me perfectly because there's two sides to every card. You have your light attribute and you have your shadow attribute. And so I think that these cards, plus I love this doggone back. Oh, I think these cards just represent me very well. I have a light side and I have a dark side. And depending on what I encounter in life can bring out those sides. And yeah, sometimes I can act like an angel and sometimes that I can use my angelicness to mislead people, things of that nature. Known to be a mediator, interested. I'm picking up cards that really relate to me. A slave, surrendering your power of choice to the divine, complete trust, giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear. Yeah, I don't know. That one ain't me. But anyway, yeah. At least I don't think it is. So, but yeah, that's why I figure that this particular deck here best would suit me as a person, not just as a reader, but as a person. So I'm going to go through a few decks. Like I said, I didn't realize I actually had the 10 that they required, but I do. But I first want to give a shout out to some larger channels. I try to keep this relatively about smaller channels because I like to help other channels grow, even though my channel doesn't have a lot of viewers, but still, when people run across these videos, they can go check out those other channels. So I try to keep this to smaller channels, but I do have like a couple that just happen to just get in there. You know what I'm saying? Lena Down Under. She's from Australia. I believe she lives in the United States now. I could be wrong, but her channel is about that I've seen has been largely about the political climate here in the United States. I think she's talked a few about some things that happen in Australia and UK, but I mainly see her content for what happens in the United States. And I figure that Edgar Allan Poe Tarot is Lena. Lena Down Under. I really think this is her. It is straight, no effing chaser, and that's how her videos come across to me. I hope my hands ain't ashy. Her videos come across to me as straight, no chaser. Look at this. She pretty much just tells you what you need to hear. She alerts you of the dangers of the world that could be coming your way. She's very insightful. She's I want to say a sociologist. She's very insightful and very in tune with her spirituality. Oh look, yeah, she uncovers people's masks. She brings all to the party. I really believe that too. Yeah, so I think this deck really, really, really encompasses who Lena Down Under is. Straight, no chaser, to the point. You either believe her or you don't, but you know, it comes with warning signs on her channel. I love that about her. Okay, so let's see. Set that to the side. Where am I gonna go next? The next one is Intuitive Whispers. I believe that the Dreams of Gaia deck defines Intuitive Whispers to me. On her channel, she does a lot of uncovering details. So you know we have the what's the name of the lady? If there's a case in the news that needs to be solved, she does a lot of videos. So I call it like detective work. Uncovering, discovering a gift that I wish I had. I think I want to attempt to try it to see if my intuition goes that way. But I think that the Dreams of Gaia deck, here's the backing. This is one of the original. I think she has a mini deck out now. Like I say, she holds a lot of knowledge. Oh wow, I like that these cards are coming out on top like this. She gets into the mind of the person that could possibly be the assailant. She gets into the mind of the victims. And there's so much mysteriousness and so much story to tell in her videos. She's really uncovering deep truths. She's having, they're having faith to do so too. Trust, understanding. Yeah, so I think that the Dreams of Gaia that really represents intuitive whispers in my mind, Hey girl, hey. All right. The next one. I'm gonna go ahead and do Antoinette because she tagged me. And the deck that I think really embodies her is my Everyday Enchantment Tarot. And the tagline of this deck really stands out to me, finding magic in the midst of life. And I see that with Antoinette. When she goes through her deck reveals and talks about tarot on her channel, it's like she finds magic, a magical moment each and every time that she unveils a deck. Uh, when she comes to my channel, the insight that she gives as well on the decks, it's a bit magical and well thought out, and it really taps into what life is about. Also, these cards here, the way that the artwork is designed, for some reason, I feel like she would draw to this deck because of not necessarily the modernness of it, but the way that the art is presented. I think that Antoinette will like this deck by Poppy Palin. Not sure how she is on fairies and things like that, because that is a lot of fairies are in this deck. A lot of animals, spirit animals, are in this deck as well. But yeah, I think this deck holds so much intrigue and mystery about life that I think that I see Antoinette in this deck for me. Okay, again, happy birthday to you, Antoinette. Let's see, where would I go next? Happy Tarot, the Happy Tarot. Feeding My Soul 1212. Her channel is so whimsical to me. I was so glad that I was introduced to her via YouTube, but she gives me like the spice of life, you know, the joy. I don't know. When I watch her channel, I just leave happy. I leave happy and feel like, if I had a bad day, she would give me the lemons to make the lemonade, or she would tell me how to use the lemons to make lemonade. If somebody was trying to sour my day, yeah, I just feel like her title just says it all, Feeding My Soul. And that's what she does. I enjoy her channel. Um, yeah, and this deck just gives me that whimsical, joyous feeling. Makes me think of her. Okay. And if I'm forgetting to say people's names, I apologize. Feeding My Soul is Angel. I apologize if I didn't say the people's real names. Go to their channels. Learn all about them. All right. So next one is going to be the Afro Brazilian Tarot. The person that this deck reminds me of is the one who introduced me to this deck. Shamanic Arawak Priestess. She works with voodoo, hoodoo, Santeria, and this deck speaks towards the Santeria and the divinities that are involved with the Afro-Brazilian culture in the Santeria, Yoruba. It speaks towards that as well. So when I see this deck, I just instantly think of her. I consider her to be a very deep person. If you ever watch her videos, again, I feel like my hands is just ashy. Again, she does. I think she does psychic readings as well. I think she does live psychic readings as well. But yeah, this deck right here just puts me in mind of her, and especially since she is the one who introduced me to this deck. Let's see what else I got going on here. Okay, I don't want to make this seem like it's a bad thing because it's not. This is my Titanic deck. And the person that this reminds me of is Tarot Sun Moon Oracle. And I don't know what it is. When I watch her videos, I pick up a sense of loss, a sense of betrayal. There's a strong energy pull when I watch her channel. And like I say, it's not, for me, not in a negative way. It keeps me locked in and tuned in to what she has to say. She doesn't sugarcoat things. She doesn't try to be overly theatric when she does her reading. She just sets it all out on the table. This is what she got from spirit, and these are the cards that apply to what I sense in that situation or I interpret in that situation. So yeah, I don't know why, but the Titanic card, they remind me, or they put me in the mindset of Tarot Sun Moon Oracle. Just because of that energy pool, these cards give me that same draw, that same energy pool, that same feeling of betrayal, same feeling of loss. But at the same time, there is a love story, if you go with the movie, happening in the background. So it's being done through the lens of love. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what the Titanic. Oh, did I show the backs? That's the backs. I don't know if I showed the backs of the other cards. Oh, well, we're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. Let me get him in the box. Get googly boogly. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah. This right here was like, everybody who bought the deck ended up getting a ticket to ride, a ticket of some passengers that was actually on the Titanic. I never opened mine, so I don't even know what the ticket looked like. I just didn't want to break the seal because I thought it was just a beautiful collector's item. The whole way they presented it, which I feel a way about her as a reader. I think she's a beautiful person, a beautiful energy as well. So yeah, can I get that back in the box though? I ain't putting it back on right. Well, I get to it. I'm gonna get to it. Okay. So I said I normally I didn't want to do a lot of big YouTubers. I wanted to try to keep it small, but I have to give a mad shout out to Nicholas Ashbaugh. He's a very large YouTuber. And I feel like when he does his readings, he takes you on a full journey. You will get the Celtic spread, you will get dream interpretations, you will get so he used like the totem poles from his dreams, you may get sound vibrations, you get a whole adventure on his channel when he does his readings. And I believe this deck here, the Arcanya, planes, is it planets? How do I want to say it? Because I know it's in French. How do you say it? Les Mornes Planes? I could be saying that wrong. I don't think I'm pronouncing it with a Spanish thing. But yeah, I just think he's a bit different, which I like the Two of Ashes and the Six of Stones, the Five of Wind, the way that they change some of this terminology. And his readings too are kind of straight to the point, and but one of the things that I just realized today, I remember when the Kickstarter came out, because this was a Kickstarter too. When the Kickstarter came out, there was a whole lot of things that we were supposed to get free if we reach certain levels, and there's a few cards in here that are extra, a new sun card, and look at that detail in there. That is definitely Nick. Okay. And then I realized that it's a board game that comes with it. I didn't get the board game, but I did not realize I actually got the soundtrack. This guy created a soundtrack to his tarot deck and to go with the game. I haven't listened to it because I just found this today that I had the doggone soundtrack. And I think Nicholas Ashbaugh deserves a freaking soundtrack to his life, his way he does tarot reading and styles. He deserves a soundtrack, y'all. So that I just think is just freaking awesome, Awesome, awesome. I'm trying to move through this real quick. So I'm trying to move through this real quick, so I'm having trouble getting my cards back in the box like they belong. I cannot get the tarot deck, the Titanic deck, back in the box like it's supposed to be. Okay, so this one. This is my happy tarot card box. This one goes with this deck, but I use it for something else. I use it to put my words of wisdom deck in here. This imagery on the back of the deck also reminds me of this tarot card reader. And that is Winds of Reflection. Winds of Reflection, when I watch her channel, I feel like there's always lessons to be learned. And it's more about just the tarot. And so when you see this here, you see the Achiever of Earth and its effectiveness. This deck actually has 5 suits. So it's not the typical 4 suit tarot deck in the major arcana. This one is the major arcana plus 5 additional suits. And I feel like Winds of Reflection definitely, this deck definitely represents her, because it gives you those keywords to speak about life lessons. And she does that on her channel. She has a co-host with her that she does a lot of her videos with, and they just go through life lessons and life topics, subject matters that matter to us all. When discussing their videos, how to be grounded, things of that nature, things that being simple, having simplicity, having abundance, just being an effective person or effective leader, how some people can't conform to different things or not conforming. So I really enjoy watching Winds of Reflection. and her videos as well. So yeah, this deck, the Words of Wisdom, it really hits with her for me on that one. I'm not sure how far I've gotten along, but I'm almost done to my stack over here. So I would say almost my last one. So this one here, the Yuletide Tarot. The person that this reminds me of is the person who introduced it to me, Lala Tarot. She goes through a lot of unveiling of oracle and tarot decks. So a lot of my decks that seem kind of rare or hard to find, I find through her channel. This one here, again, this is called the Yuletide Tarot, even though the book is called Midwinter, The Magic of Midwinter, a guide to the Yuletide Tarot. This deck here, a lot of my African American or Black tarot creators, their decks are I found through her channel as well. She makes me feel like home. That's why, and Christmas makes me feel like home. The Yuletide season makes me feel home. So all the cards are upside down now. It's interesting that the death card comes out, the transformation card comes out, because Lala Tarot has just wiped her entire channel. I'm not sure what's going on. All her videos are gone. She has one message that says under maintenance, and that was like posted up 10 days ago. So I'm not sure what her transformation is. Maybe I missed that video, but yeah, this deck reminds me of her because I felt at home on her channel. Like, she gave like an open invitation for anybody to just come on in and share her tarot experience through cards, oracle experience as well through cards. So I hope to see her return very, very soon. But another thing I'm going to do different, like I open up with talking about me, and I'm going to end up discussing other tarot readers that I used to watch that are no longer on YouTube. And this deck is called Easy Tarot, or the Gilded Tarot by Cyril Machete. It's included with the Easy Tarot collection. I find it interesting that it's called the Easy Tarot because I don't find these cards necessarily easy to read all the time. His artwork is just beautiful to me, though. And I found that these next few people I thought they were very beautifully spirited people who are no longer on YouTube. So this deck here reminds me of Luminous Moochie. She stopped doing tarot about 2 years ago. She said that she felt that she reached her higher plane of existence when it comes to tarot, and she is going on a new path. Also, OJC Astrology, I want to say it's been about 7 years since she's been on YouTube. Somebody I used to follow all the time. Same thing. She decided to go on a new path. She's still a very spiritually connected person, but doing YouTube videos and reading tarot is no longer her spiritual journey. So she decided to give up her channel. I connected with her initially because of the fact she sings when she does readings. And I do that as well. So that kind of like drew me to her. But her and Luminous Moochie were very deep into astrology, the planetary alignments, and the north nodes, and how their paths should be moving forward. And because of the alignment of the stars and everything like that, that is what gave them the inclination, I guess is a good way to say, for them to walk away from doing YouTube as part of their spiritual journey. Then there's also Carol's Universe Tarot. It's been about a year since I've seen her on this channel as well, on YouTube as well. I don't know why she's no longer doing videos. She's kind of a bigger channel, I would say. But she is the one who helped me better understand the life spread tarot that I did here on the channel before. She's the only person that I've ever seen use the life spread tarot the same way that I use it, which is interesting considering that she's from the UK and I'm from the US. Our paths have not crossed. But I think she's the only person outside of the original tarot spread itself that I seen use that life spread the same way that I do. So I was like really drawn to her channel, her readings. And again, she was straight no chaser too. She didn't bite her tongue. And then also TarotOracle. He fell ill a few years ago. And I know he came back on maybe about a year ago and posted up a video, but since then has disappeared again. So he may still be dealing directly with his illness. He is the one who taught me how, not really say taught me, who helped me get comfortable with the fact that when I look at tarot cards and I see a picture being played out, a story, a movie being made, and the way that he reads his tarot cards, he does so like that in picture format where he has a story builds just from the way that the cards fall. And he was so comfortable with the way that he illustrated that to his listeners that, it made me less uncomfortable doing so myself, which I want to say, which was probably one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and do my channel. So yeah, shout out to Oracle. And the reason why this deck, like I said, reminds me of them, because I feel like this deck gives off us a sense of ascension, like they've gone on to a different part of their spiritual journey. And I don't know, this just puts me in mind of that. It's very ethereal, I think. Like even with the Eight of Wands, the arrows are going upward, it's ascending. Instead of a lot of decks, the arrows are falling down or shooting towards the ground. Yeah. All right. So that's it, y'all. My tag videos be long. I don't be trying to make them long. But thank you for Antoinette Tarot and Jewelry for tagging me in the video. And hopefully I have satisfied the criteria of this tag. You have a good day, guys. Peace.